This is me at 173 pounds. Like, where is my neck? I could use an Apple Watch as a choker. Channing Tatum, you're welcome over anytime to show me a few things. Anytime. I was absolutely shredded. I had veins, I had abs, I had striations, I had obliques, I had shape. My God, what has happened to me? When I had sweets, my stomach would get a pump. Even Coach Greg said, your back is ready for a show. And hopefully he meant bodybuilding. Here I am now, 20 pounds heavier, nowhere near as lean, but definitely stronger. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I got to 8% body fat, but more importantly, what I did to maintain it. As soon as I woke up, the grind to burn calories began. First with my right hand and then with my legs as I go for the same morning walk for coffee every single day. The walk to Starbucks and back was 6,400 steps, and I do this twice per day in the morning and the night because my minimum step goal was 17,500 steps. I look to be 100 yards from that playground, don't I? Anyway, we'll just make it quick. This walk is bringing back so many memories. Every single day I would pass the same doggos, the same people, give them the classic, white dude grin. I'm here, I'm harmless. Please don't talk to me. I preferred walking over lifting actually, which is pretty interesting. Take a look at this on the trail. There's been a few of these. I didn't have these back in my day, but you can stop mid-walk, get a couple sets of leg press in with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever they are. I think it would probably take me 2 months to hit RPE 10. Coffee equipped. Can you guys believe the lady tried to give me a black coffee without a sleeve? She must think I have the strongest little hands in all of the land. My typical order was a grande pike with no room for dairy. The only thing this coffee has room for is me, once it cools down. That is like a high five straight to the mouth. I was pretty much a PG Wolf of Wall Street with how much coffee, energy drinks, pre-workout I was having, because I think we all know caffeine keeps you full, and when you're trying to stay lean, being full and not hungry is absolutely key. This is the tree I'd always bring my coffee to, sit underneath, read, journal, all that. I'm just kidding, no I didn't. Currently on my way to the gym, and yes, I have yet to eat a thing. And I know the concept of fasted training for a bodybuilder probably feels similar to sneaking a girl into your parents' house. Not the most ideal scenario, but if I was ever to try to get this lean again, I would definitely be intermittent fasting. My workouts now compared to back in the day are very different. So back in the day, I was doing full body workouts 3 days a week, pretty low in volume. So I found one of my workouts in my training log, and we're gonna go through it right now. Starting the workout off with the bench press, my goals during my workouts was strength purely. All I wanted to do was add as much weight to the bar as I possibly could. So I was doing things like 7 sets of 3. That was my favorite rep scheme. I know it doesn't sound ideal for hypertrophy, but there's many studies showing that 7 sets of 3 produces as much gains as 3 sets of 10. In my training log, I did 7 sets of 3 with 240. This is 275. Natty progress. Next exercise that we are doing is actually my favorite back exercise, which is the deadlift row. You're pretty much starting on the floor every single rep, deadlifting it to your knees and then rowing it the rest of the way. 5 sets of 6. So I never really went to 8 reps. The only time I ever passed 8 reps is when I dreamed I was Johnny Sins. But everything was very, very low rep, very, very high set. Oh my God, that one wrecked me. One of the reasons why I like this exercise is because this is an exercise that you can load up a lot of weight. It destroys your upper back. For me, in my back training, I prioritize the upper back. But it does. I never really did accessory lifts. I just stuck to compounds in and out of the gym. But one accessory lift that I always did was some lateral raises, specifically leaning on this. To be honest, accessory lifts don't add that much to your physique. It might improve it by a couple of percent, but for all you guys out there, especially beginners, prioritize the compounds first and then do accessories last. So moving on to the legs, which I will be honest with you, am I ashamed of it? Yes, I skipped it quite often, but we're gonna do Bulgarian split squats, only 3 sets of 10 reps, and the intensity was pretty low, which is why I was always wearing sweatpants. Finished off my workout with 3 sets of 8 of chin-ups. So the way I see it is the bench press indirectly hit my triceps, the chin-ups hit my back, my lats, and my biceps. The truth is, when you're natural and you're trying to get lean or you are lean, there's only so much volume that you can recover from and so much volume that you can handle. The fitness industry has skewed our perception of what is necessary to build muscle, and the truth is 10 sets per week per body part is more than enough. The second I drop my volume to this minimalist style, it's the biggest I ever got. Time to break the fast, y'all. So I did this thing that I like to call macro fasting, where I stuck to protein during the day and I saved all of my carbs and fat for at nighttime. So I would have an egg white frittata. You guys have seen this on the channel many times, but it was literally my go-to. I had it every single day, and it had a full 500 gram container of egg whites and then really whatever vegetables I had on hand, which was typically frozen broccoli. So 2 servings of that.
I don't think it gets much easier than this.
400 degrees, 20 to 25 minutes. The frittata is in the oven, so in the meantime, I thought I'd show you what I would have as a snack. I didn't snack all the time, but sometimes I was a little ravenous rascal. Starting off with some sugar-free Jell-O. Now, when you're lean, your sex drive kind of takes a dip, but the jiggle my Jell-O gave me had me at my full attention. Of course, the rice cakes, some things never change. Put, PB2, Greek yogurt, really anything can go on these. Only 60 calories per one. And then I would have literally, I'm like not even joking, I still do it today, I have 1 pack of gum every single day. Keeps me full, keeps my mouth from getting into trouble, you know what I mean? Which then leads me to, one of my favorites was some popsicles. I love the Lifesaver ones. Only 50 calories, a sweet treat, great practice. They didn't call me the throat goat in high school for nothing, right? By this time I was also having coffee number 2. At this point, my heart was beating so hard I was bruising my ribs, but all to get lean, right? For some reason, I like to put mustard on my eggs along with my Frank's Red Hot. This is 280 calories, 62 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbs, and 0 grams of fat. Even though it's very little in calories, I promise you, like my time as the Raptors water boy, this frittata will teach you what it means to be filled. Highly recommend adding some seasoning on top, because otherwise it can be pretty bland. And this thing is quite girthy. It's like a protein pillow. 1 bite just takes me back. I am now outside of Orange Theory, gearing up for workout number 2 of the day. Still no carbs in my system. At this point, I'm looking flat as a surfboard, but instead there's nobody trying to ride me. You wanna know the crazy thing about this? I would actually take my Apple Watch off because I didn't want the workout from Orange Theory to factor in with my steps from day-to-day life. Kind of like a reverse Cheesecake Factory effect, if that makes sense at all. With my steps during the day and Orange Theory, I was getting probably close to 25,000 a day, so a lot of steps, a lot of activity. Although I entered every class with a smile on my face, behind every greeting towards my fellow OT addicts was an inner promise to destroy them through every stage of this workout. I ran as if each step I was climbing on the shoulders of my competitors, rode as though I was pulling against them all in tug of war. This was my domain, my dojo, my gladiator arena. There was no mercy here. Not even when my mom was around, actually. Like the star of the Snickers commercial, I clearly wasn't myself when I was hungry. Maybe Dahmer just had low blood sugar. As you can see, I burned 883 calories, 26 flat points, which if you don't do Orange Theory, you would understand, and that's okay. I was fully immersed in the Orange Theory cult. I was doing it 6 to 7 days a week, burning 650 to 900 calories per session, so burning a lot of extra calories throughout the day. Time for post-workout meal number 2, which strongly resembles Christian Bale's machinist diet with the apple and the tuna. But we have a can of tuna for the protein, we have an apple for the micros, and then we also have some tortillas to give me some shape so I no longer resemble a white picket fence. We're gonna give this tuna a flavor punch that even your grandma will flinch at. And then what I'm gonna do is do something that no bodybuilder has ever done before, and I'm gonna eat some mayonnaise. So I'm gonna have 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, which is 100 calories. Then we are gonna add around a teaspoon of some sriracha, some pepper, a little drizzle of salt, and then just mash it up. This snack was specifically designed to keep me full until the big feed later tonight, where I'm having literally like 90% of my calories. This comes out to 400 calories, good carbs, moderate fat, delicious snack, can't go wrong. There is a bunch of us bowling right now. I am surrounded by amazing looking food and beer, and I would love to have some, but I can't. And people are gonna be thinking, oh, Will, this is an eating disorder. It's not an eating disorder. I am just making sacrifices. There's a lot of times to get lean, those sacrifices aren't always that fun. So with that said, I'm just gonna be sticking to some water. I brought some electrolytes with me, gonna sip on that until we have dinner.
I'm gonna get it soon.
I get a strike right now, you have to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
Now what?
We are now making the big meal of the day, which my family called the vat. And the reason they called it the vat was because it was so big you think I was a good kid going to the soup kitchen, but no, it was all for me. So this was something that I built over the months. It got kind of out of hand and nobody stopped me. I think the goal was for me to kind of fear future meals because this thing really kept me full. I went pretty heavy with the onions and garlic because, you know, this thing again kept me pretty full. I was too full to even spell consent, let alone give it. We have, of course, zucchini. This thing took many detours in this household, but it's a final stop for this thing. I salute you, soldier. So the vegetables have been sauteed down. Now I'm gonna add 1 full pound of ground turkey. So although dark meat always has my heart, when you wanna get lean, it's about the white meat. The dark meat is for the girls. So 630 calories of turkey, full container of turkey, now full can of tomatoes. Look at all this food we got going on here. You can call me the lunch lady. I'm ready to feed a whole damn high school here. But now this is where we get weird. I have 1 full cup of oatmeal that I cooked up, and we are gonna add it. It does not always have to be sweet. Oatmeal is very bland. You can make it savory. It's kind of like a savory risotto. Look at the size of this thing. It's almost overflowing over the pan. I'm actually kind of scared right now. Just when you think that we're done, we're not. It's time to add some cheese. We're gonna be adding a full container. I had this kink that I had to have everything had to be the full thing. The full container of turkey, the full container of tomatoes, now the full container of ricotta cheese. Oh my God, I should have brought my lactose pill. Sorry, Katie. You're in for one tonight. I'm sorry, so little dollops. Wow, this is obnoxious. This entire thing was 1,650 calories. To put in perspective, my dinners now are like 900 on the high side. And just because that's not enough cheese, we're gonna be adding 2 servings of hard skim cheese right on top. Put it into the broiler, get a nice golden and toasty, and then it's time to eat. I think we're ready. Oh my, look at that. Look at the bubbly brown goodness right there. I kind of missed this thing. I kind of want to jump on in or show everybody on my OnlyFans just how much I missed it. I use a little bowl and a little spoon, so it makes it seem like I'm eating more. So I take like many trips to finish this thing.
That is so much fucking cheese. Is that fine that I'm swearing?
Yeah, Josh will beep it.
Okay.
Right, Josh?
Approaching the second half of this vat, this bowl is lucky number 7 as I'm on pace for a baker's dozen. My face is red and I've broken out into a flop of sweat. My throat, well trained to avoid fatigue, is nearly ready to tap out, but in the end it's the only thing destined to be in me, apart from a whole celebrity wish list. So I'll continue to return for more bowls until I've tasted the bottom. If you're not like this after the vat, you did it wrong. This is why the boys call me the cuddle queen, because I'm practically begging to be a little spoon right now. As the day came to an end, I'd usually go for another walk, though the vat had me tempted to roll instead. After that, I'd stop by a convenience store for a treat to fit in the remaining 300 to 400 calories I had free. We have found the snack for tonight, which is gonna be these Oreo bubble tea popsicle things. You know, I don't know how committed I am to not drinking my calories. I'm having bubble tea frozen. 150 calories per one. I have 300 to 400 calories, but I have 2 of these. This thing looks nothing like advertised. When does it ever? It's actually pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people watching this are probably like, Will, why do you not look like that anymore? You looked amazing. This is for all the young ones out there. As you get older, what you find important in life is gonna change, and that's normal. That is part of life. Whatever you do, whatever you decide to do, make sure you really want to do it. Make sure you're doing it for you. Because some of the things, some of the choices that you make are not as easily reversible as simply increasing your body fat. You know what I mean? Some of the choices that you make stick with you for the rest of your life. And the only person who's gonna remember the choices that you make is you. Whatever it is that you do it for you, not for the approval of others. I've been there, I've done that, it's not that fun. So I'm wrapping it up here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.